What's up, and welcome back. Happy Friday. And today we are going to be freeing some cars and wheel swapping. So, the other day when I was kind of looking through all of my the car culture chases, all of them with like the black on black look, which obviously looks super cool. And I was like, man, it'd be cool to do maybe like some white on white cars. And the TE37 style wheels are my favorite. And so, of course, headed over to mod my ride. I think I picked up like 5 or 6 sets of these white TEs and went through the collection, picked out a couple cars that I thought would look pretty cool. So today we are going to start with this Toyota Supra from the Fast and Furious set. So this is from back in, what, 2016 it looks like. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Nice easy crack open here. We'll take a little look at the car. So I ended up picking this casting because number one has a little bit of pearl in the paint. You can kind of see has a little extra detail in there. And then also it has the rear details as well as the front. So I thought this would be the perfect one to throw some premium wheels on. So without further ado, let's get to drilling. So I start off, I have just the 5/64 drill bit, which I will link everything I'm using down below. But you can see in the rivets there, you can see it has like a little hole, and I'll use that as a pilot hole. And this is what our screws will go into. So before I drill out the rivets, I like to make a nice pilot hole. So now you can see we have our pilot holes in there at a pretty good depth. And now we're going to take the rivets out with the 9/64. So that was the 5 that we were using to drill the pilot hole. And now we're going to use the 9. And I just go like kind of nice and slow and easy. And it kind of just rips the head of the rivet right off. And there you can see, pop the rivet right off. And with those out, you should be able to just pop the car. Should come right out. Oh, the front wheel actually came out. So normally the axle won't kind of just pop out like that, but this one did, so it helped us out. I'm trying something new. I usually just cut these little pins out that hold the axle down, but what I'm trying is you can use like a flathead screwdriver and kind of pry them out of the way, and then you can take the wheel out, put the new wheel in, and then push them back down to hold the new axle in. While I have the car all the way apart right now too, I'm gonna do a little extra detail. So I have just some little like acrylic or enamel paint that's silver. So I'm gonna paint the exhaust there. I just use a toothpick and just kind of like dot it on there, and it actually works surprisingly good. So I'll throw a little bit on and then show you the details. So just another small thing I'm going to do here. You can see I was really hoping the intercooler spot would be open, but it's just kind of the little side ducts. And so you can see on here, I'm just going to paint these sections right here. Those like textured areas. Paint those silver, so maybe for like oil cooler or something like that. And you can see we have the exhaust painted up. Nothing too crazy, but you'll see in the end it adds like a nice little bit of detail. And I'll kind of do just a little example here, literally just barely dipping it into the silver. We actually got quite a bit on there, but and just kind of spreading. I got way too much. Yeah, that's essentially it. Okay, so we got the little front grills painted, got the exhaust painted. The silver is like really hard to pick up on camera as well. It's like really reflective. But we are gonna throw the new wheels in, and then use the screwdriver to let's see if I can focus in. So you can see the pins are kind of like pried up, and the axle will just kind of pop. It'll just pop right out. So you can use the flathead screwdriver and press down on them in order to seal it back in. So sorry, I'm kind of doing this off camera and just trying to kind of describe it to you because it's really hard to try to do on camera. But now you can see the axle is held in. Sometimes I'll even get some super glue and put on there just to really make sure it holds it in. But this way is nice because if you want to end up throwing different wheels on, you can just pry those tabs open, throw different wheels in, and you're done. So I'm going to go ahead and do the front, and then we'll slap it back together. So now with the wheels in, we'll put the interior back in first. And then we have the windshield piece right in. And then put the body on. And there we have it, back together. So you can see the nice little details that the exhaust adds. I mean, it's very subtle. And then on the front, once again, it's hard to see, but you can kind of see the silver poking through on those little side ducts. So now all that's left is to screw it back together. I'll link these below as well. I just got everything here off Amazon, but these are 2/52 button head Phillips screws, and these are 1/8 inch and these are 3/16. So it just kind of depends on how deep the hole was that you drilled. Some cars like don't have very big posts, so you can't drill in very far, so you need to use the shorter ones. And then other cars you can get away using the longer ones. So, but yeah, I think I'm just going to use 2 of the shorter ones. And the nice thing about this method is you don't have to tap. So the metal on the car is soft enough that these will just kind of tap itself. So just give it some nice pressure. And there it is. Car is back together, almost like you never touched it. And just like that, wheel swap complete. Looks like nothing ever happened. What do you guys think of the white on white? I think it's pretty cool. Here's a little shot from the rear. You can see the exhaust. Yeah, I think these wheels look pretty good on it. So pretty excited to do a couple more of these white on whites. You can see over here I did throw them on a M3 that I have. I think it looks pretty cool, the contrast with the blue and the white. But that is going to do it for today. All right, happy Friday, everybody. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will catch you guys next time. Peace.